Once upon a time, there were 3 little pigs, and they lived at home with their Mummy Pig. One day, Mummy Pig turned round and said to the 3 little pigs, "You're getting too big for this house now. There isn't much room. You're going to have to go out into the world and find your own way." So the 3 little pigs packed up their bags and set off. As they were walking, the first little pig saw someone selling some straw. "I'm going to build a house out of straw," he said. So he went up and bought bales of straw and took them to a nice clearing in the woods where he was going to build his house. The little pig set about building some nice walls, some nice doors, windows and a lovely roof. When he had finished, he looked at his house and admired it. The other little pigs looked. "That's not very sturdy," they said. The first little pig didn't care because he had a house that he could go and relax in. The remaining 2 little pigs carried on walking until the second little pig saw someone selling some twigs. "I'm going to build my house out of twigs," he said. He went up and bought the twigs and took them to a clearing in the woods where he built his house. He built some walls and some doors and some windows and a lovely roof. The third little pig looked. "That still doesn't look very sturdy," he said. The second little pig didn't care. He'd got a lovely house and he went in and relaxed. The third little pig was a little bit smarter and needed something sturdy to protect himself from all the dangers of the world, including the big bad wolf. He carried on walking and eventually he saw someone selling some bricks. "Aha! I'm going to build my house out of bricks," he said. So he found a clearing in the woods and set about building his house. It took him a long time, but he used cement and bricks, and more cement and more bricks until he had got a beautiful, strong, sturdy house. He was tired when he had finished, and went in and went to sleep. Meanwhile, at the edge of the woods, lurking, was the big bad wolf. He could smell little piggies, and he was hungry. The big bad wolf walked up to the straw house and knocked on the door. Little pig, let me in." "Not by the hairs on my chinny chin chin," said the first little pig. "Well then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in." The wolf blew down the straw house, and the little pig ran for his life. The wolf was hot on his heels, but the little pig got to his brother's house in no time at all and knocked on the door. "Brother, let me in." And he did. The wolf approached the twig house. Little pigs, let me in," said the wolf. "Not by the hair on our chinny chin chins," said the pigs. "Well then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in." The twig house collapsed and fell to the floor, and the 2 little pigs ran as fast as they could to their brother's house, the strong, safe, sturdy house made of bricks. They got inside, and just as they did, they heard a knock on the door. Little pigs, let me in. Not by the hairs on our chinny chin chins. The pigs said this rather more confidently this time, knowing they were in the sturdy brick house. Well then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in. And he did. He huffed and he puffed, and he huffed and he puffed, and he puffed and he huffed, and he huffed and he puffed, and still he couldn't blow the house down. The three little pigs were smugly sitting by the fire, enjoying a nice cup of tea, while the wolf was lying on his back trying to regain his breath. The brick house hadn't budged. As the wolf was lying down on the floor, he looked up towards the roof and saw a chimney. The wolf thought to himself that he could climb down the chimney and into the little pigs where he could have his dinner. Quick as a flash, he climbed up the side of the building, past the windows, onto the roof, and down the chimney without a second's thought. As the wolf fell down the chimney, he landed in the pot of water. It was so hot and boiling that he flew straight back out the chimney and flew through the woods. You could hear him howling and yowling all the way. The wolf was never seen again. The three pigs all had learned valuable lessons, and they all set about building houses out of bricks to keep them safe from big bad wolves, and they lived happily ever after. Hi guys, and thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to subscribe for new weekly videos and follow Toy Tales TV for more updates and exclusive behind the scenes content.